Okay, says we're live. Hopefully that is true. Hello, happy Friday. How we doing? It's Friday, right? I'm pretty sure it's Friday. Anyway, hello, how are we? I've been somewhat productive already this morning. I've gone and run a couple errands, got gas for the car, got groceries, all that kind of stuff. So we are stocked and ready for the weekend. We're not doing anything important this weekend, just, a normal weekend with lots of fresh fruit and maybe some things to toss on the grill. That's about it. The weather has been super nice lately, like getting up to only about 82, 83. And so it's still in the 70s come mid-morning, which is really nice. So I approve of the weather. I do not approve of the coming weather because summertime is but right now it's very, very nice. So I'm hoping to get, I want to say, minimum 3 scenes. Hopefully 4 scenes done today. That'd be my goal. So that's my goal. Minimum 3, hopefully 4. I need to put in the which hard flooring option. I think I have tile or hardwood. I think that's today. Start poll. I think that was the poll for today. If it's not, I will have to redo it. But let me get that picture poll up. Yes. Tiled or hardwood floors? Megan says hardwood. I grew up with both and preferred the wood floors. Gotcha. You also had carpet, and of the 3, you still say hardwood. Gotcha. Monique agrees with the hardwood. It's way easier to clean. Ooh, Monique is currently on chapter 24. Nice. Excellent. Tessa prefers carpet, but that isn't a choice. Yeah, today this is not, it's just the hard flooring options. Your second choice would be hardwood. Gotcha. Stacy says, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. CB votes for hardwood. They're less slippery, much easier to clean, or easier to keep. You lost an argument with half a flight of marble stairs last September, so you're holding a grudge against tile. Stacy says, I only like tile in bathrooms and kitchen. Yes, this is true. This makes more sense. In general, which flooring do you prefer? Yeah, in the areas of your house where there is going to be water, tile is always a better option. Even in kitchens, hardwood is still possible. Yeah, it's a little iffy sometimes because you have like dishwashers and sinks that leak and that kind of stuff. But yeah, otherwise you like the hardwood. 2 apartments ago, you had tiled floor in the kitchen. It was fine except for when it was wet. Gotcha. Yeah, they do get a little slippery. Hello, says Becca. And hardwood. You had hardwood in the kitchen and in the bedrooms. It was so nice. Yeah, we have, at the moment, we have a wood veneer, I think is technically what it is. So it looks like hardwood, but it's not like proper hardwood. CB got linoleum in the kitchen, hallway, living room, and bathroom because it's also much easier to keep. This is true. I did not put linoleum as an option, or vinyl. So Monique says, I need some help with the chapter you're currently editing. Andy is having an argument with his ex-girlfriend's parents. He's calling them out on their BS. Your editor didn't like it. What is the point of it? Is the point that Andy is still concerned over this other person and is going to get back together with them? Is there a danger that relates to the plot of your story that the parents are either enabling the danger or putting their child directly in danger for the vampires? So like what is the reason for calling them out on the BS? Becca says, I am ready to finish your homework for the week. Ooh, nice. You're hoping to get as much of it done as possible during the stream. Your last class starts on Monday. You'll be graduating at the end of June, which is so exciting. And congratulations. Cool Gamer 2 says hi. Hello. Welcome. Stacy says, is anybody doing the writing retreat with Abby Emmons? I think I'm going to attempt it. That would be fun. I know I've heard her name over several times, and I've seen her videos and stuff, but I don't think I've ever done one of her writing retreats. So, CB says hard flooring is much more hygienic as well. Yes, because it's easier to mop and clean. The context is that in the previous scene, Catherine was part of the riot and attacked her sister to the point where her sister passed away from the injuries. Okay. So I'm assuming these are Catherine's parents then. So I'm trying to, because is Andy calling out the parents for enabling Catherine's behavior? Is he calling them out for not wanting to turn Catherine in? I'm trying to understand, because I don't know necessarily what the BS is. Okay. Stacy, okay. To Stacy, Monique also signed up for the writing retreat. Leslie says, I will say tiled since hardwood is too noisy. Interesting. I find that both to me are a little noisy. Noisier than carpet would be anyway. But I find that both enable echoes a little bit more. So yeah, well, so there is no point to calling them out for it after the fact. Like, the damage has already been done. If Andy is going to call the parents out on it, perhaps maybe a different time in the story when something could still be done, and having that be another failing of the parents, that they are not listening. But if Andy is just lashing out at the parents after this has already happened, this is just him lashing out in anger, because there is nothing he can do, nothing that the parents can do to change what has already happened. Their other child is gone. This child is now going to have to live with what they have done, and they're going to have to live with the next choices that they make in terms of whether or not they try to persecute Catherine in the eyes of the law or outside the eyes of the law, depending on how your vampire justice system is set up. But there is literally nothing that the parents or Andy can do about it now. It's already done. So it feels like, in this context, the limited context that I understand, is that it's just a lashing out of his own anger. So if you want it in there to show his sort of regression in terms of maybe mental maturity, sort of that instinctive lashing out because of emotional hurt, and then have him reflect on it later, that's one thing. But if it does not serve the plot, then it is just him lashing out. Your editor thinks the timing is off because all the characters are already stressed. Yeah, and I would agree with that. They've been acting like nothing is wrong. And that may be how some of your other characters are coping with grief, but that may be something that you want to explore, is how your characters are exploring their griefs, because some people do not like to acknowledge their grief, especially in front of others. And so it just kind of depends on how you want to portray the characters in their grief. And if you are not having, I don't know, you may want to play around with having people have different reactions to grief. Some people may want to talk about it. Some people may not want to. Some people may go disappear. Some people may seek refuge amongst their friends and family. But you may need to explore both the timing, as your editor is saying, and how exactly everybody is reacting. So in terms of the noise, you feel like with tile, it depends on the shoes you wear. With hardwood, it squeaks without shoes. Okay. Gotcha. Lady Midnight also signed up for the Abby Emmons writing retreat as well. Nice. Stace says, I find tile to be noisier than hardwood, and your daughter has broken 2 things by dropping them on a tile. Most recently, a half-full jar of strawberry jam. Oh, no. Oh, no. Monique says, okay, I'll need to edit the scene then. Thanks for the feedback. You're welcome. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully you can figure out how you want it to be. So, Cool Gamer says, hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Stacey says, I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one attempting the retreat, though the first week is rereading your project and then taking notes, 2 out of 3 of them, and then taking notes and trying to figure out how you want it to end. That will give you 3 weeks to finish. Gotcha. Okay. Monique says, just so you know, Andy is a Scorpio. He does have a tendency to lash out when he's stressed. Okay. CB says, my laptop isn't allowed anywhere except for the bedroom because the bedroom is carpeted and the rest of the floors are not. And my laptop, is a MacBook Air that is expensive. Yes. Yeah, I understand that. Okay. So I will leave our picture poll up in the comments. But we need to pull a card. Can y'all believe it's going to be June tomorrow? It's going to be June tomorrow. That's ridiculous. Feels ridiculous. All right. And we have the brown bear today. Take time out. That is our main message. I think it's one of sort of like making sure that you are resting properly. Brown bear, brown bear. All right, here is our brown bear. Take time out. There is a time to act and a time to focus your attention on patient strategizing. The arrival of the brown bear signals that you are best served by foregoing hard work towards your goal at this moment and instead taking time out to meditate or just take a nap so you can refresh yourself and begin planning what you want to co-create next. Come to know the lay of the land as you contemplate and imagine what you might do in this vast space of possibilities before you and begin to form a plan. Remember, sleep allows for dreaming and rest allows for clear-headed strategizing. How might you become the person you wish to be and experience whatever your heart desires? Insights will arise as you explore the possibilities and begin envisioning your plan. Knowing what you want will ensure that you use your energy wisely in the days ahead. Be patient at this time. Relax and be calm and peaceful so that you can recharge. The call for action will come later. Nice. Okay. That's a good one. Reminding us to rest is always a good thing, but it also is coming up on the 6 months of the year, halfway through the year point, and so sort of taking a pause to take stock of what we've already done this first 6 months after the end of June, what we've done in the first half of the year, and planning for the second half of the year, because that is coming up soon. So feels like June should have started this week. Yeah, well, it does start tomorrow. So maybe you'll take a nap later. You napped all morning and then all afternoon. You have not been sleeping well. I'm sorry. Hopefully you get a better night's rest tonight. Stace says, from the season of the witch, Beltane, goddess, make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. Nice. Monique also actually asked your tarot deck about Andy, what Andy can do in regards to his anger, and you got the Ace of Pentacles inverted. Weird. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles can be sort of like a student or learning journey, and the Ace is the beginning of the journey. So when it's inverted, there's maybe something blocking him, something that he did at the beginning of something that may have derailed him. I don't know. You may have to sort of reflect on that a little bit and figure out like where you want to go with that. If there's a particular image on your card deck that might spark something. But yeah. Pentacles can also be the material world, physical world, or body, exercise. From the Good Omens, Knight of the Vessels, pamper yourself and practice self-care. You will come away feeling your best. Nice. I think that goes along with the Bear as well. Hopefully you're going to be finishing all the chapter edits in June. That would be nice. From the Woodland Wardens, the Beaver and the Birch. The main message is home and to settle down. Ooh, interesting. So we have 3 cards that are sort of like self-care, pausing in a sort of safe and healing location. You pulled the Horse, which goes really well with that as well. Stand tall, use your talents, own who you are becoming. Yeah, that goes a little bit more with the Goddess card as well. Yes. I like all these. CB's going to be around on Monday, but then take the rest of the week off. Gotcha. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and get our stuff ready. So I'm pulling up my document. And let's see. From the Buffy Tarot deck guide for the Ace of Pentacles inverted, you may have been offered a tempting piece of the pie, but are not convinced that the timing is right. Listen to your instincts. Maybe in this context, he can be tempted to get all angry and lash out, but he chooses not to. I think that might be a more appropriate response to parents who are already grieving, even if he doesn't like them. You're going to London on Saturday. Ooh, fun. Fun. Mama Maggie, hello. You're going to be lurking and listening in a very dark room today. Oh, no. I'm assuming this is because of migraines. Hopefully it goes away. You're here to support your peeps. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and pull up. this all set up. Oops, it went by real fast. There we go. Do, 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 do. Okay. Mom Maggie says, I love hardwood floors all year round, but in the summertime, tiles are nice as long as the sun never touches them. Yes, because they do sort of cool your feet off, which is very nice. CB thinks you're going to read this sprint because you're very tired. Makes sense. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and do the first sprint. So 1, save your document if you've already been working today. If not, again, now is a great time to pull up whatever documents you think you might be working on. 2, go ahead and take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. I have lemonade today. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How we doing? How we doing? I have finished one scene already. I got 949 words. Okay. How do we do? Are we making some progress? I hope so. Also, I posted the link to Abby Eamon's video here on YouTube where she talks about the writing retreat, and then a link to her sign up website page. So there is that in case you want it. Heather says, popping in to say hello. You're not sure how long you will stay, Tom, but welcome. Funky is excited to see Heather. Heather is excited to see Funky. Excellent. CB made some instant cheesy mash to snack on. Sounds tasty. Tessa says, I'm still working on my writing prompts for the day. You've been working on your memoir at nighttime lately. Ooh, nice. And you're actually getting some work done on drafting on the next part. Fun. That is excellent. Tessa also says hi to Funky. Funky says, howdy, Tessa. How are you? Megan says that's good to hear to Tessa and getting some of the work done in drafting the next part. Funky says, everybody hold down. I'm on a work call. Crank up the music for Funky. Becca says, I really don't want to do this assignment. What is the assignment? What do you have to do? Curious. What are the parameters? What are the assignment parameters and how can we help make it easier? Megan says, I took a shower and wrote some. Next sprint, I'll take the dogs out and then continue writing. Excellent. Monique is going to be using the emotional thesaurus to add indicators to Catherine's mom lashing out. Good. Good, good. Tessa says, I am fine, and also hello to Megan. Becky says, but I also want to get the assignment over with so you can work on the things you want to work on, right? Yes. Apparently the cheesy mash was delicious. Stacy says, I got antsy, so I cleaned up my desk some and then watched the end of a video. I did get my work up on my desk. Excellent. Funky's like, yeah, let's workshop this assignment. So, Becky, if you want to put the assignment parameters in the chat, we can maybe figure out how to make it easier. Also, Funky loves the emotional thesaurus, and yes, it is a very good resource. Very good. Okay, Lady Midnight says, figuring out the setting of your story, you're considering making it a duology instead of a trilogy. I think duologies have been sort of on the rise lately. They used to be like either standalone or trilogy and like nothing else. And then you got the longer series and the people are like, I don't really want that. But then like duologies, what was there's been several duologies that have been like on the USA Today list. I know several times. Can't think of any at the moment that's sort of like. Anyway, Tessa says, I love that the emotional thesaurus, though you seem to have misplaced it at the moment and you need it for your memoir. Oh no. Oh no. Becca says, I have to go through the terms of use agreement on Priceline.com and then come up with a presentation on whether or not I think it should be updated and go over the legalities of it. Ooh. When was the last time it was updated? Like, can you figure that out? When was the last time there was a new version of it? Are there any terms of service in there that are related to AI that would impact so if I know that some people are still figuring out how AI is going to impact their websites and how it's going to impact their work and all that kind of stuff. So you may want to look for whether or not anything AI generated is a part of the terms of service. If it needs to be, I don't know. But yeah. But that is tedious, as Megan says. It's so boring. Oh no. Oh no. CB's going to head out. All right. Hopefully you can get some rest. He's like, oh no, I take it back. I don't want to workshop that. Megan says, I say try to find at least one semi-silly thing to insert into the assignment to liven things up. Not all hair is wear capes. Jules coming up with the awesome stuff off the top of her head. I mean, AI usage is not in there. And I don't even like, what does Priceline even do? I don't even know what Priceline does. Oh, okay. Why do you have to do this? Like this doesn't, well, I guess it's marketing in some way. Okay. So they are definitely like 100% they are using AI somewhere in the background of their, yes. Exactly. They have, okay, down in the corner. Here we go. This is okay. So down in the corner here, they have, hi, I'm Penny, your AI travel assistant. How can I help you today? So if there is nothing about the terms of service, the information that you are inputting into this AI, whether or not they are able to use that information, whether or not they are able to, whether or not you are consenting to give that information to a third party for other research purposes, because I know a lot of times they'll collect your information for research and then do whatever with it. So if there is nothing in the terms of service about this AI, that may be something that you want to look at having them update. What else? Let's see. Hotels, flights, bundle and save, cars, cruises. There's, I know there's definitely going to be some stuff for like cancellations and like what the person who is using the website and purchasing tickets and stuff for, how the financial burden is going to fall on you rather than on the company, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So terms and service. It was the terms of service, right? Yes. Terms of use. Terms of use. Okay, so I'm assuming that's probably terms and conditions. So like you have to read through this. Does that mean you also have to read through all of these that are hyperlinked? Because if so, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Well, this is just the table of contents, and so I'm sure maybe, I don't know. Yeah, credit card chargebacks. Disclaimer of warranties, general limitation of liabilities. Is there anything on here about passports? Because passports, visas, there probably are. If there is no section on passports and visas, or there is no hyperlink in here for like a list of embassies to contact or whatever, that kind of thing, that might be something. Passports, visas, hazards. Okay, yeah. Okay, for State Department travel warnings, go to here. Foreign health requirements and dangers, go to here. Other information really relating to particular international destinations can be found here. Yeah. Okay. Disability needs. You must call the hotel and verify that your disability needs can be met. Let's see. I don't see anything in here about pets. Is there any information in here about pets? Pets, service dogs, emotional support animals. I don't see anything on here about that. So you may have to look a little bit closer, but I would say two things would be, one would be the AI language. That would be probably a major thing to look for. And then possibly updating it to include information about service animals. That would be my quick-ish 2 cents. Yeah, anyway. So apologize for that sideways, but also we got to help Becca get her homework done, right? Let's see. Funky says, yes, if it doesn't have AI language yet, that is a good one to address, especially since AI is a hot topic right now. So at least it will get people's attention, right? Privacy language in general, yes. You were definitely check that out. You were learning about AI this week, so it would not surprise you if he was trying to fish that out of us. Nice. That'd be great. Okay. Now you have the Priceline jingle stuck in my head right now. Gotcha. By the way, we're making this way more interesting than your teacher. Okay. There you go. Hopefully it's good. You have to read through it all. Oh no. Funky's like, I'll give you all the cookies. Your consolation prize is the cookies, digital cookies. These are the only questions he gave us to shape our presentation. Is it a valid contract? Ooh. Are visitors bound to it, or should they have to click I agree? If you have a dispute with Priceline, can you sue them? Why or why not? And what changes would you recommend? Ooh. Interesting. Okay. In terms of, is it a valid contract? I think it depends on the process they have you go through when they check this out, when you check out with this. So if you book a hotel with Priceline, I think somewhere in the checkout procedures is a tiny little line of like, I have read the terms of service and agree. I think they have that. So I think that is the latter half of the second question. So I think there is like an I agree check mark. In terms of, is this a valid enforceable contract? I would think that most parts of it are, because most of the time it's a simple transaction. I think they have also probably done their best, because they've hired lawyers, to keep some of the things in their terms of service both straightforward enough in terms of like chargebacks and credit cards, but also vague enough that it leaves them room. Not necessarily you a whole lot of room, but them. It leaves them a lot more room than it does the customer. I think more likely where you are going to run into legalese things is around the things that they have left off, or they have put the onus on the customer to go and check. Like, you, the customer, have to call the hotel and see if they can serve your disability. Priceline is not responsible for that. I did not see anything on the website, and you may have to go back and check it over. On the terms of service, is there a text-to-speech button to make it accessible for those without sight, or for those with limited sight? And the same thing goes for like the checkout section of the website, because if there is no way to make that accessible for someone with limited to no sight, then I'm not sure that that becomes a legally binding thing, because then you have someone signing a contract or going through this without knowing what it is that they're signing. And so I think that then you can sue them for sure if there is no assistance for that. Possibly. I don't know. Cookies. So it's limiting in a way, a good way, I guess. Possibly. That sounds like something that should go through legal and not marketing. And yet marketing is very much tied with legal, because you can't tell lies, because otherwise it's false marketing and you can get sued for that. But yeah, that's frustrating. Reading about it in agreements. Agreements are different than contracts. So there is a little wiggle room on the validity of it. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Apparently an EULA is a legally binding contract. Ooh. Not just those with limited sight, but also limited literacy as well. Right? Yeah. So there's like a couple things in there that are like wiggle room, but I would say the easiest probably to tackle would be the AI update, the AI language update. So hopefully that helps. And we'll just go ahead and leave that in Becca's hands, and we'll go for another sprint. Scrolling the timer. There we go. Okay. Becca's like, I still don't wanna, but thanks for the help. You're welcome. And I understand. All right. So 1, save the document. Save all of our wonderful progress. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is that you're hydrating with. Cheers. Funky says, pardon me, I need to go write up EULA for my son's internet use. Nice. All right, so 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That sprint was done. It did good. I finished another scene. So I'm now already into the third, which is great. All right, let's see how we did. Okay, got 1,000 that time. Nice. Excellent. Also, don't forget that was the self-promo sprint, so if you have something you want to promote, please do so. Stacy was going to go take the dogs out, and your niece should be picked up soon. Monique is relieved because the big anger scene has been edited now, which means chapter 24 is done. Yay! Excellent. And apparently Stacy lost power while you were outside, and your niece has now left. So now you are sort of trying to figure out what to do. I suggested reading by the window. So, yeah. I mean, you get natural light that way. But if you get too hot, then maybe move further into the house where it's more shady. May do that. Plenty of natural light. Excellent. Becca is slowly writing the assignment. Oh, good. Tessa says, I'm still working on my writing prompts for today. I've written well over 1,000 words all told. Nice. Excellent. Megan took the dogs out and wrote a bit, just as planned. Nice. Excellent. Lady Midnight figured out the setting. Yay. Changed the names of the books, though. Ooh. Okay, so Haunting Lullaby is now A Dance with Danger, and Haunting Crescendo is now The Gathering Storm. Pretty happy with that. Ooh, nice. I like it. I think, yes, it's page 16 and 17. Which I actually need to add something to it. Yeah, I don't have very many title ideas for this year thus far, but I normally do have quite a few, so that is where they will go. But yeah. Okay. Don't forget to check out everybody's channel. Make sure that you are following your fellow writers. Make sure that you check out extra websites if we have them. So, and Substacks and all of that. All right, let's see. Third sprint. Third sprint. Not second. Third. Here we go. So 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How are we doing? I have, in fact, finished the third. So I am pleased with that. Where are we now? Another 1,000 that time. Okay. Excellent. How'd we do? Regina said, hello, friends. And Becca, get that homework done. You're on top of this. Almost finished. Yeah. Stacey said, the power's supposed to be out for at least another 2 hours. This is going to suck. It could. If you can't settle on a book to read, do you have any craft projects you could do without power, is what I asked. But part of the problem is you want to listen to music. That would drain your power, your cell phone. Yeah. But you do have your old Discman. Let me see if you can find the batteries and wired headphones. That would be fun. And your husband said I would never use them again. Ha! I still have most of my CDs. I got rid of some. I thinned out some. But Tessa is still working on prompts. At least you have one. You have at least one more to do. Gotcha. It is not bright enough to read. Bright enough at the table to read or work. Oh no. Funky says to Tessa, so happy to see you back in the swing of writing, right? Stacey, do you have any candles that might help? Or some like long-term batteries? You may want to save those for nighttime though, in case it doesn't come back on when they anticipate it to. So. Do you have a Coleman stove or a camping stove for dinner? Or is it going to be like sandwiches, PB and J, or just peanut butter? Whatever, because you probably don't want to open the fridge and freezer too much. But yeah, so. Tessa says, thanks, Funky. I've gotten my love of writing back, which is nice. Very nice. Megan wrote a bit. You're very satisfied with your progress. Yay! Excellent. Lady Midnight has finished making the Pinterest board. I don't know why my fanfic needs to have Irish mythology in there, but okay. Sounds good to me. I love a bit of mythology sprinkled in there. Heather has been parenting, but letting this run in the background. Yep, parenting takes precedence a lot of times. Funky says, I'm picturing those crazy movie scenes with like 5,000 candles are lit. No, we usually just have like 1 or 2 tapers that we have. And we have one of the like propane lanterns and several like small propane tanks. The ones that do for either the lantern or the stove. But we have several beeswax candles and some mix of waxes, candles, tapers again mostly. We have some little tea lights. But yeah, things like that. You might just have to go outside and sit where there's more light. Always an option, except for if you have mosquitoes. Then for me, it's not an option. Maybe for you, but not for me. Eating peanut butter out of the jar with a spoon. Yeah. Sometimes that is what you need. Your hubby is bringing home pork chops so he can grill, or we can go out to eat, but the power should be back on by the time he gets home. Nice. And worst comes to worst, once he gets home, he can turn on the generator. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, I think that is going to be it for me today. I'm going to probably declutter some things this afternoon, or at least try to. We'll see how far we get. But yeah, so thank you for joining me. Hopefully you have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully I will see y'all in the chats. If I don't see you in the chat, I will see you Sunday or Monday. And I still need to schedule June's streams, but look for them because they will be there. Oh, the poll. Yes, you're right. The poll. 89% of us prefer the hardwood over the tile. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder, Stacy. Thank you. Yes, the hardwood is the preferred option for us. Yeah. Excellent. Now I'm going to have to think up some other polls for this or that's for June. Excellent. All right, y'all. Thank you very much. I will see y'all soon. Don't forget to save. Bye.